Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Horst Lüning. I'm the senior taster of Whisky.com, and today we're tasting the Bunnahabhain Cruach-Mhòna. Well, that's Gaelic, quite complicated. It's 1 liter content, so it's from the travel value. It's 50% ABV, quite strong, and it's priced in the lower 60s. It's unchill filtered, it's uncolored, and the name Cruach-Mhòna or Vohna is Gaelic and stands for peat stack. So this one is a peated whiskey, and I tasted that whiskey 10 years ago, and I just looked up the video and looked inside, and there I complained about the bad choosing of the letters, of the font, and the color of the font on the tube, and now perfect. Perhaps in those days there were very little videos online. They saw it and changed it. It is fantastic. It's like I like it. So here, limited edition release. 10 years constant supply, no limited release. Gaelic for peat stack. Cruach-Mhòna is a limited edition malt with strong notes of smoke and peat, hints of burning grass, hay and sweet herbs, burst into flavors of malt, nuts, fruit, white pepper, seaweed, peat smoke and sea salt. And in the back there are lots of descriptions how the peat is cut and put into stacks where the water runs out and dries off. And there is more color, pale gold, nose, so it's uncolored. Nose, bright, sweet notes of peat, hay. We had that in the front. Yeah, so time to open the bottle and to see if the taste changed over the years. That's a heavy, big bottle. And this is, of course, a distillery on Islay, the very, very famous Scottish Islay in the inner Hebrides of the west coast of the mainland. Smoky, intense smoke. Yeah. Bunnahabhain started 15 years, 20 years. We're in the market for 30 years in the next year. They started just with a 12-year-old, and that was 40% ABV. And it was nothing really special. There hadn't been any smoky whiskey from that distillery. And then from year to year, they increased quality. They increased alcoholic strength to 46.3 and unchill filtering. And then they added some weeks in the year where they produced peated whiskey. And today there's a broad variety of Bunnahabhain whiskies on the market. Each of them very special, very different to others. And this one is a young peated whiskey with a higher strength in a big bottle. And so this is, typically what people like from Islay. Sweet, smoky, a definite note of herbs, a big vanilla note, and a little hay. Yeah, hay. I looked my old video and looked the notes I gave in that up again, and there said a mixture between medicinal and also phenolic smoke and bonfire smoke. And but today I see it a little bit more on the bonfire side than on the medicinal. Smoke is very, very strong, but not that strong as it was in the very old bottles, because I'm already able to distinguish notes below that smoke. 10 years before, I just smelled smoke and nothing else. Now it's very well combined. It's a strong smoke. Perhaps the casks are better now and the vanilla shines through this intense smoke. And this very light, sweet note is in it. Yeah, cheers. The 50% is really hefty, really strong. Sweetness combines with a little oakiness, with the alcohol which drives the taste on your tongue into your mouth. And there's a light peppery note. It's not this really sharp pepper, but it's a more spicy pepper, like white pepper. And there's a very, very light salty note in it. So if you make your chemistry and do your gas chromatography, then you won't find any salt in that. So the distillation keeps the salt behind, and the maturation in the casks, which lie beside the sea, but the vapors, the spray from the sea with the salt, which reach the casks, the salt won't go through the membrane which the oak provides to the outside, won't go through that. So if you're doing your gas chromatography, you won't find those ions in it. No. But there's the taste of salt in it, and for your brain, it's salt, either if there's something in it or not. So there's the remembrance of salt. So there's a light salty note in the aftertaste, combined with this smokiness covering your mouth and bonfire peatiness. Hefty. This is completely that what Islay whiskey lovers would like to have. It's a big bottle, it has a high ABV, it's not too expensive, and the missing age statement on the bottle is not that important, because all this intensity covers well every potential youthness, which I wasn't able to find in this one. So this was it today. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. There's more to come.